Oops, a little bit of hostility there. That's Muddy, the big female mud turtle, a very aggressive eater. The turtles just started eating a minute ago, and I thought I'd do a short video of that. These two are right next to each other, and that's the problem. That's Muskie, the male musk turtle, right next to her. And it's getting a little bit rough in there. Believe it or not, no harm is done. These are warning bites, and the turtles separate and everything is okay. Those two particular turtles, Muddy and Muskie, grew up together. They've been together for 5 years. They do mate. In fact, they mated about an hour after this video was taken. They've never hurt each other, although it can look a little bit rough at times. Muskie is now trying to find something to eat here. I've broken up little hikari sinking wafers, carnivore wafers, algae wafers, scattered them about the tank during feeding time so that the turtles do some hunting. There's Muddy again. Pretty sloppy little eater. If you've seen other videos of the turtles feeding, this may be a little repetitious, very similar, although each time is also somewhat unique. That's Carolina, a little female musk turtle. And of course lots of catfish. There are two other turtles which you will not see in this video. There's Romeo, a male mud turtle who's very shy, and another female musk turtle, Brooks, who's somewhat shy as well. They actually did come down a little later, or Brooks came down a little later to feed. Romeo stayed in the plants. The only turtle who eats what he needs rather than just because there's food in the tank. Romeo mates with this female mud turtle, Muddy, often, and they have produced offspring. And Muskie is now somewhat bewildered, wondering where all the food went. He'll eventually put two and two together and realize that Muddy cleaned it out. He'll have to leave that little corner and go hunting. Generally a fairly mild-mannered turtle. Muskie gets along with all the turtles and the fish. Occasional conflicts with the male mud turtle, but they're very short-lived. And again, no harm has ever been done. Used to have a male mud turtle in here that was wild caught, rescued off the street, and that turtle did not get along with Muskie. There was some pretty rough fights, and they got a little too rough. Decided to release that male mud turtle back into the wild. His name was Scooter. He also produced offspring with this female mud. She rejected that one wafer there. You see a little round wafer. That's a carnivore wafer. She doesn't care for those as much. The other turtles like them, but she prefers the sinking wafers and the algae wafers. Muskie is torn between looking for food and sniffing Muddy's shell. Muskie is a male like all males, easily distracted by a attractive female. There's a little Carolina kind of wandering off. And Muskie thoroughly distracted and no longer looking for food, at least at the moment. Hope to be getting a better video camera soon, which will autofocus and manage low light better and do HD. I'm kind of shopping right now for such a camera, something that's not too terribly expensive, but has decent low light capabilities. And this video is being shot with a G9 Canon camera. Does pretty good videos. Does very good video with higher light. There is a great deal of degradation, though, going from here, doing the video and then putting it on YouTube. When I view them in Windows Media Player. They come out real nice. Yeah, I got him. Muskie ate that little carnivore wafer. He likes them just fine. Muskie and the fish get along real good. They get in his face all the time, and he doesn't seem to mind at all. And the fish know it. The fish add a great deal of energy to the tank. Very busy usually. Haven't seen any babies in a while. The catfish do lay eggs, but the turtles will eat the eggs. So occasionally, though, some eggs will go undiscovered. They'll hatch, and you'll suddenly see little tiny baby catfish swimming about. There's Carolina with her head underneath some moss. That moss is free-floating. It just sits on the bottom. It doesn't root. Helps absorb nitrates and other waste products from the water, which is good. The substrate there you see is sand. The look that I try to create is as if I were looking at the bottom of a creek or a small pond, as natural as possible. It's very pleasing for me, at least, to watch the turtles and their activities and the fish. And I think the turtles sort of feel like they're in the wild, even though they don't have as much room as they would have in the wild. The tank is 8 feet long, 3 feet wide, so they do have 24 square feet of roaming space. Muskie finally getting something to eat now that he's focused on that activity. Catfish joining him there. And that's just about it for another feeding video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to be doing some in HD soon.